Hey guys, welcome back. Two things. I'm addicted to doing my nails and I'm addicted to Diet Coke again. Not good. I'll tell you why. First of all, this is me on Diet Coke. You're like, what's so bad about that? And the reason is one Diet Coke at noon, I'm taking a melatonin at 2 a.m. You know what I'm saying? Why does caffeine affect me this way? I'm sorry, can I just get one Chomps, please?
I'll take one.
Oh, you would like one?
Yep.
God. A woman's work is never done. Addicted to these as well, but these aren't ruining my life or anything, but there you go. I just finished my last Diet Coke and I'm gonna try. Listen, I'm not like crushing them all day. I'm saying I wake up, I have one can. One can over ice, of course. And I'm riding that high all day, baby. Oh, the sun is not good right now. Let me tell you why. Might as well be crack cocaine, okay? I'm so sensitive to caffeine that a Diet Coke to me is like, I am soaring. This is the first thing I've eaten since breakfast. It is 3:45, okay? It's like Adderall, which is why I drink it, okay? Because it's like, I'm getting stuff done. I did my makeup. I just posted like 2 TikToks and a reel. I'm like, we're moving, we're grooving. Until it's time for bed. Uh-oh. Why does it keep me up all night? I've had to take melatonin. I've drank Diet Coke every single day and I've had to take melatonin every single night. Okay. Not good. So, I can't have anything. I literally can't have anything. I really love these though. These Chomps. Man. They're making like healthier food so good these days. Like growing up, if you wanted to eat healthy, you had like veggie burger or garden burgers, they were called. Slim Fast. Basically just poison for your body. And it tasted bad. Now they're like, oh, do you want to eat mac and cheese? Well, here, we made mac and cheese. It tastes so good. It's even better. But we made it with like broccoli somehow. And then, oh, you want like Slim Jims? Well, here they are, but they're just actually all natural ingredients. It's perfect. And it tastes exactly the same. Wow. Times they are a-changing. So back to the nails. So you guys, I love doing my own nails, okay? And I've been doing my own nails for years. But when I do my own nails, I mean like gel polish, right? I just mean like doing a manicure. Cuticle, excuse me. They're obsessed with these beef sticks. Here, I'll give you a little bit. I give it to them out of my mouth because they don't really have a lot of teeth, so I have to like kind of chew baby bird. Alright, but that's it. That's done. You're gonna get diarrhea. Oh my god, get away from me. Anyway, I've been doing like, I just had this like thought. I've been getting manicures professionally for the last couple weeks. And that's not something I usually, okay, I want to sit here and you need to get out of my face. Oh, my battery's dying. God damn it. Okay, I'm back. So, I've been getting professional manicures the last couple weeks. Just because it was nice to be pampered, you know? I always do my own nails. It was nice getting a mani-pedi. There's a place down the street for me. Why do I hit record before I catch my breath? There's a place down the street for me I've been trying out and they do a really good job. Anyway, it all starts to get pricey, right? And then I just started feeling like, you know, I started getting the itch. I started being like, I want long nails. You know, I want like little almond nails. If I had my way, I would have them. I would have like cute designs, but I do ceramics and they just don't they don't mesh. So I thought I just want little baby almond nails, right? Long enough that I could still do ceramics, but oh, so yeah. And so I thought, let me just do it myself, save some money. I know how to do nails, you know, I've done them before. So I order the stuff. I order the hard gel, I order the nail forms, I order the Dremel, and I'm like, here we go, we're going to town. And I did them. And then I was like, oh, I love doing nails so much that now I want to change them in 2 days. Or I start looking at them and being like, oh, I could have done this a little bit better. Oh, this is a little thick. This one's a little off. I start like obsessing over them and how I could do them better. And then I like Dremel them off and I do them again and I Dremel them off and I do them again. And I did my nails like 4 times this week. And so now we're here. And you're like, okay, well, those look good. Well, that's because it's 90% gel. Because I had to rebuild the structure of my nails because they're actually bloody little nubs right now. Oops. So this has happened to me before. When I started doing, I got into doing Gel X extensions on my nails about like, this was like early when Ted and I first met. And I did them so often, would literally rip them off because I'm a monster, or I Dremel them off. Never silk off ever. No, it takes too long. And then my nails were so paper thick, like I didn't have nails anymore. It was just like the flesh under. It was terrible. It was like the elements being exposed to the elements. It hurt. And this was like back, if you remember, when I went to London with Glossier and they like set us up to go have manicures. And when I get to them, I was like, so, and they were like, oh, they were coiled. They were coiled at my fingers. And they were like, we'll do your nails, but you have to sign a waiver. I had to basically sign a waiver saying like, if I get an infection, I won't sue them. And I was like, no worries, I'll sign it. And they did do my nails. They just did regular gel. And I actually ended up, I had to do regular gel on my nails for, it was maybe like a month or 2 consistently, and had to really baby my nails until they grew fully out. And so that's where I'm at now. But I don't want ugly nails in the process. So I didn't do hard gel this time, so I can soak these off. I did builder gel and I did them thick so that they'd be like really strong. And I'm just gonna let this grow out. Even though I'm dying to do my nails again, I'm gonna give it at least 2 weeks, soak these off, do them again. I'm gonna keep them short. And I just don't, I think there is a world in which I can do my own nails responsibly, but maybe I also need some friends to come over and let me like practice on them, or just kind of get my fix. I need to not be my own guinea pig too much. Anyway, that's probably also the fault of the Diet Coke somehow. You know, it just gives me too much. Gives me too, it's literally Adderall for me. Which is why I like it. But also it's like, oh, can you imagine me on coffee? If I was like drinking coffee, I used to drink coffee all the time, and I would be like, I was literally like this, and then, but also I was like having panic attacks. Gotta get off the Diet Coke. But what can I replace it with? Iced tea. Honestly, iced tea is the only thing, the only amount of caffeine I can have and still sleep at night. But it doesn't give me like the kick. I'm really jealous of people who can drink coffee and like, you know, have like a Red Bull or something and like go about their day and like use the caffeine to like get things done, but then also like sleep at night. Like I one time watched my brother drink a Coke at 9 p.m. and I was like, are you absolutely out of your goddamn gourd? And he was like, as long as I have it like before 9:30, I'm fine. 9:30? Babe, I gotta be done drinking my Coke at 2 in the morning if I want to sleep the next night. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know how people do it. Anyway, You're probably watching me picking at my nails and you're screaming at me. I know. Oh my god. So let me show you what I've been making in pottery, because I'm so flipping excited. I'm doing, this will be my first drop since I've like kind of rebranded and just started doing more one-of-one pieces and just kind of making what I truly want to make. Excuse me? Why are you fighting? There's my little cigarette vase. I put flowers in it just to enjoy it before I sell it. Had to try it out, make sure it works. And then go in here, I'll show you the rest. Oh, I made these for just me. These little wall hangings with like little shelves. How cute. I'm also like, I haven't made the time to make things for myself anymore. And so I've been like forcing myself to make myself some, well, not forcing, but like I've just been allowing myself to make myself things. Made one for my friend as well. This beautiful color. Here we go. Cheez-It, and it's a vase. Lots of Cheez-It, and it's a vase. Are you kidding? And then my favorite ever. And you guys saw me starting to make this in one of my vlogs. Well, here she is. I am literally obsessed. And look, the flowers go in her mouth. Ah! I love her. I want to keep her so bad. I'm gonna sell her, but maybe, hello, maybe I'll make myself one someday. But I'm happy for this to go to a good home. I really am. I love her. Oh my god. And then look at these. I made these like ashtrays with cigarettes in them. And I don't know if they're like, I feel like they could be like, you know, where you put your Palo Santo, or you can use them as an ashtray, or just as a sculpture, cute sculpture, or like a catch-all. Look at this one. This one has like a goldfish, a match, a shell, a stubbed out cigarette. I made 4 of them. So this one has a Glossier Bomb.com, a lighter, and a cigarette. And then this one is just random. It has like a locket, a button, a Skittle, strawberry candy, and a birthday candle. Just kind of random stuff. I made 4 of them and I love them so much. Also, it's like, you know, I'm doing what I want to do and it's like really hard for me to part with all of them. But that's like a good thing. It's like I feel really excited to sell them. And then I have a few more things in the kiln that are being fired right now, and I'm so excited. So that's what's been new. I also got literally screamed at the other day by my next door neighbor. You guys, crazy story. Listen to this. So I'm turning onto my street from the main road and I accidentally cut somebody off, right? They had to like kind of brake and honk, and I did one of these like, oh, so sorry. Was not a big deal. Well, you know, they honk, I give a sorry, and then proceed with my life. They are laying on their horn going down the street. I'm like, oh, whoopsie, we have like a really aggressive person on our hands. I'm thinking, so my street is really long, right? So we're driving, they're laying on their horn the whole way. I cannot see the driver and I'm scared because I'm like, oh, we've got a road rage incident. You know what I mean? It's like, you see so many news things of like people getting shot or like beaten to death during like a road rage incidents. And I'm like, what if this is like a crazy man? I was so scared. So I get up to my driveway and I have like a split second decision. I'm like, should I not turn into my driveway because then they'll know where I live? Should I drive around the block? I don't know. I made a split second decision and I turned into my driveway. And when I did not see them pass me. And I'm like, oh my God, they're waiting for me. They're like waiting for me to get out of my car. So I'm listening to my audiobook and I have like 7 minutes left. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna sit in my car, I'll lock my doors, and I'll finish my audiobook and hopefully they'll just give up, drive off or something. And I'm not seeing them drive away. After a certain, it's like 5 minutes pass and I'm looking around and I don't see them in the street and I didn't see them pass. And so I'm like, I start being like, you're crazy. Like, I'm like, they probably did pass, but you blinked or whatever the case. All of a sudden, there's hedges separating my neighbor's house and my driveway. All of a sudden, I see her and her husband. I've never met them, okay? Because again, we live in the back house, so they're like in the house next door. So we've just like never interacted. I've never even seen them before. She starts screaming at me and I realize I see her car in the driveway, like it was her. And she starts like leaning over into like our driveway and just screaming, pointing. Her husband's there. I don't know if like her husband was with her. Like, I have no clue what's going on. I don't know these people. Screaming at me. She's like, you're effing crazy. I had my kids in the car. What is wrong with you? Blah, blah, blah. And then I just would sit there like frozen because I'm like, this is just wild. Like, it was like truly, she was acting like I ran her off the freeway. And I truly just like, she had to like stop short behind me. It was just like it did not warrant this whole kind of behavior. So I was like really freaked out. So then she's yelling and then she'd walk away. And I was like, okay. Then she'd come back. Again, you're crazy. This isn't very neighborly of you. I had my kids in the car. All this stuff. And I was like, finally I just cracked my window and I'm like, listen, I was like, I did not see you and like I didn't mean to cut you off and like I apologize. And she just kept going off, kept screaming, you're crazy, this and that. And her husband started looking like really embarrassed. Like, he was kind of like, he was doing one of these like every time she started yelling, he was like, you know, like he wanted to say calm down, I could tell, but he was afraid, okay? And he was just kind of trying to mediate without saying anything or having a spine. The kids were acting like this happens all the time. Like, they were truly unfazed by this. I would have been crying if my mom was like screaming at somebody like this, but they were just like playing in the yard. And I was like, okay, so this lady has an anger problem and I'm just waiting for her to stop yelling at me. It's going on for like 5 minutes. She'd walk away, I'd be like, okay, coast is clear, and then she'd come back yelling again. And I'm like, okay, she's not over it. So I did apologize, like while she was screaming, I was like, I apologize, it was an accident, like this kind of, let's calm down. And she kept saying, it's not neighborly of you. I'm like, babe, neighborly, we have, I guess, different definitions about what that means. If I had first of all, I did the hand apology, but if I had seen that she had pulled in next to me, I would have rolled down my window and be like, I am so sorry, and introduced myself, whatever. But instead, this was the whole thing. Anyway, so finally she's like, and you could at least apologize. She's screaming this, by the way. And I go, I did. And then the husband just goes, I accept your apology. And then they finally go inside. Well, I go inside and I lose it. I'm crying because I'm like, at this point, I'm shaking. I'm like, to yell at a stranger like that is crazy. And just for something that was so not a big deal, and then especially after seeing it was like your next door neighbor, like that's so awkward. And then to like scream at them again, like I couldn't even get a word in edgewise. She was acting like I was a lunatic, and it was just wild. We were just both trying to turn onto our street and whatever. And so I like cried for like an hour. It's one of those things. I was literally getting my period that day, and she scared me because I thought like she was honestly crazy. I thought at first she was a man like following me and waiting for me. So then on top of like her screaming at me for like 5 minutes, I was just like, this was wild. So I like cry about it for like an hour, I feel like, and then I was like, whatever. But now I'm like kind of afraid of her. Like, I'm like, I don't now want to, like, every time I leave my house I have to worry about her like yelling at me. So anyway, the next morning I wake up to our other neighbor, the neighbor in the front house, who we like and get along great with. She's like, hi, our next door neighbor so and so, I didn't know her name, texted me this morning wanting to, she wants to know if I will walk her back to your place. She wants to give you some lemons from her tree as an apology because she yelled at you. I was like, I'm all set. Like, actually Ted replied and was like, that now's not a good time, because I'm like, I don't want you coming back to my house. Like, that was just kind of crazy. Anyway, so she apparently like felt bad and wanted to apologize and leave us lemons and avocados from her tree. So we said she can leave it like on your porch and we'll get it later. And so she left like a bag of lemons and avocados and a card. And I was thinking, like, you know, maybe she does feel really bad and the card's gonna kind of be like, I was having a bad day and like I took that out on you or whatever. But the card was just so generic and was just like, dear neighbor, I apologize for my behavior, for how I reacted from the incident yesterday. Please accept these lemons and avocados as to make amends. And then it had her name and like phone number, and I was like, I don't know, not exactly giving me the warm and fuzzies. So I just ended up, I waited like a day because I was still like really pissed, because I'm like, nowhere in there, like, it just kind of felt like, oh, I might as well just say this because you're my neighbor and otherwise it'd be awkward. But I'm like, you acted insane and there was like very little acknowledgement about that. You have an anger problem. Anyway, so I just replied and said, thanks for the lemons and the apology. And she never said anything back and I haven't seen her since. But I'm like, can you imagine? Road rage incident happens to be your next door neighbor. Who would have damn thought? So that's what's been going on with me. And yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna end this vlog now because I've already rambled about too much. But keep an eye out on Instagram for my ceramics drop, which might be coming before my next vlog, I'm not sure. But keep an eye out just in case, and I'll see you on my next one.